Hey, just want to jump in for this trailer reaction. I actually already uploaded this video previously. Apparently, despite the filters and volumes and things like that that I already adjusted, the video got claimed as far as being copyrighted material, even though my understanding is fair use for reaction videos, but that seems to be a whole nightmare process. So I may need to be careful with reaction videos going forward and seeing if I want to actually do those, because it seems like a constant headache with YouTube and just dealing with copyright issues. So this is a re-upload of that video. Appreciate it if you give this one a watch. I'm going to completely scrap as far as being able to see pretty much anything in the trailer and being able to hear pretty much anything. So apologize for that, but that's the unfortunate reality of copyright and the situations we're dealing with today. So thanks, guys. Enjoy the video. Hey, great to have you here. So today we're going to be taking a look at the teaser trailer for the new Until Dawn movie. If you're not familiar with Until Dawn, it's based off of a video game, actually originally a PS4 game made by Supermassive Games and Sony. Seems like Sony's putting out this movie, so it makes a lot of sense there. And Supermassive Games also put out their own spin-off series called the Dark Pictures Anthology, which is a group of anthology games within its own kind of mini franchise. I did a video ranking those a bit ago, so definitely check that out if you're interested in this type of game. But either way, we're going to be looking at the movies here today. The Dark Pictures Anthology was more shorter length and lower budget games compared to Until Dawn. So the thing I really enjoyed about Until Dawn is it combined three things I really love. So horror, video games, and movies kind of all packaged into one idea. And it really combines multiple horror tropes in different genres of horror, even within one experience. So I won't get into details and spoilers with the game, but highly recommend you check that out, because if you like those type of games where it's kind of a bit of a walking simulator where you're making a lot of choices and characters can get killed off here and there, that kind of experience. So not a whole lot of gameplay. It's kind of enjoyable watching experience or playing with a group of friends, just because you're playing different roles, and it's, as I said, kind of plays out like a movie for the most part. So it really works for the movie-like atmosphere that they're going for, probably in this film here. So we'll have to see what this ultimately looks like. Curious to see how well it'll do. As I mentioned, the game kind of plays like a movie already, so do we need a movie? I've heard some rumblings about the movie does not actually follow the same plot as the game, so I'm kind of curious what they're going for then. Why are you doing this? Is it just trying to take the name recognition of Until Dawn and using that to leverage being successful in the theaters? Not really sure here. I don't know who the actors are in this movie either at this point. Obviously, in the original one, we had Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek, which are pretty famous actors in their own right, so not sure if we'll get that level. It'll be kind of awkward if the game has more recognizable faces than the movie, but either way, we'll have to take a look there. Not sure what all this trailer is going to entail, but let's just take a look and see what we get from this one. So ready, we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, writer of the film. This house. Okay, so they're trying to give a new experience, not like Until Dawn. This environment looks a lot different. It's not like in the woods, in the mountains. It looks like it's in like a suburbs. Hey, he's back. That's awesome. So the guy who plays kind of the curator type role, or the psychologist type role. Okay, somebody's getting suffocated there. And they're not dead. Okay. Well, interesting. Trailer coming soon, so I guess we'll get full trailer at some point. That was definitely just a light tease at the movie and just had some kind of quick highlights from the directors and writers. It seemed like, I don't know, that definitely doesn't follow the game, so it feels like a completely different experience. I don't know if the reason they're just going with Until Dawn is, as I said, because of the name recognition. Obviously, it tried to weave in a game element saying, oh, if you die, you restart in a different genre. That wasn't really part of the game either, though, so I don't know. As mentioned, I really enjoyed the games. I enjoyed most of the Dark Pictures Anthology games as well. They're kind of clunky here and there and definitely lower budget compared to the stuff like Until Dawn or even the Quarry that had higher budgets from Sony and 2K. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what the original trailer comes out, because from the teaser, I don't feel like they showed me enough that really reeled me in if I didn't have the game attachment here. So what are your guys' thoughts here? Do you think that this is something that's going to be successful? Do you think it's going to have much tie into the game? Because they had the time counting down with the sand going through there, and that's really the only tie-in I saw here, with just trying to count down until dawn to survive. That's pretty much the only thing that I found that was related to the actual games. Definitely didn't feel like any of the plot points of the original game, which is a valid point made by the person up front that said, you've played the games already, so making a movie exactly like the game feels a little bit redundant and unnecessary. So I definitely can appreciate that, but why are you calling it Until Dawn then? It just seems like you're trying to use name recognition, which is effective, I guess, but by doing that, you also set certain expectations that this is going to be like the game, and when it's not, that's when you could ultimately upset fans. Real quick, one thing I did realize afterwards was that by not having the movie tied directly to the game, the positive there is because when you play the game, you have different characters live or die. You don't want to necessarily have an official who dies and who lives from the original game. So by having a completely separate story, maybe that makes the original game less tainted, because as mentioned, if you're playing the game and you just die as, let's say, Chris, for example, and then in the movie, he lives till the end, that gives kind of a different experience. So I can get from that standpoint, they want to have something completely unique. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. I am cautiously optimistic, but the trailer itself here didn't really reel me in, so I'm going to need to see a little bit more to see if it's something I'm going to be interested in or not. So let me know your thoughts, positive, negative. Appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you again soon.